Hello, geeks and gamers. It's Anna, also known as that Star Wars girl. This is my first official time as a part of the Geeks and Gamers team on the channel. Jeremy was kind enough to feature me and to play my video about She Who Shall Not Be Named on this channel before. So thank you to everyone that watched it and that came over to my channel and commented and subscribed. You guys are all so kind, and it's very humbling to know that you guys enjoy my videos. And I was just one of those girls that loved Star Wars my entire life. Nobody really cared because it was hard to find other people that cared about Star Wars as much as I did. So coming here and seeing that, you know, I'm not alone and there's other people that can geek out, pun intended, with me, and it's just amazing. So thank you. You guys are awesome. And it's because of the Geeks and Gamers team. All of them are so kind, for the ones that I've spoken to, and Jeremy was just such a genuine human and so helpful in the way that he introduced me to Geeks and Gamers and to Twitter and just to this whole YouTube channel and the whole YouTube community. So thank you everyone at Geeks and Gamers, and thank you to everyone that is a part of the Geeks and Gamers community and that watches these videos. You guys are all awesome, and that's the reason why I'm here. So let's talk about Star Wars. So one of the things that happened recently was that whole incident with Freddie Prinze Jr. and him bashing fans on Twitter. First off, I'm just gonna say this not as a Star Wars fan, but as a human being. Dude, you are a father. You have children. You have people that look up to you, and you are teaching your children that it is okay to offend other people and to call them names and to laugh at them and to look at people who are hurting and that are in pain and insult them and kick them down. That is the message that you are teaching your children. I don't know if Disney is paying you to do it because you signed your soul over to them when you did Rebels, but it's not okay. It is never okay to make fun of someone based on their weight, based on their ethnicity, based on their age, and that is something that you did, and that is something you're teaching your children. So shame on you. That speaks so much about your character. Again, even if Disney is paying you to do these things, that's not the right way to go about it. You can try fighting facts with facts, but oh yeah, that's right, you don't really have any. But you were a part of Star Wars. You could use your Jedi powers and Jedi knowledge of your character to influence it and to do it in a way that is not offensive to other people and that you are not hurting people, because what you did is just insult us, and then you don't even acknowledge the fact that, you know, there is another gender out there. Hello, women that don't like Star Wars. So you calling out men because of their weight and the color of their skin, that's, if you have your personal, you know, you trying to say that we're sexist and bigots, but I mean, look at what you're doing, dude. You're hating on an entire group of people, and you're teaching your children that that is okay, and you're teaching other people and other children that look up to you that that is okay. You are just spreading hate. That is the example that you want us to follow in this stupid Twitter battle, which this is why I never really wanted a Twitter, because I didn't care about this kind of stuff, but apparently it's a thing. And you know, you were saying these horrible things and you were laughing about it, but dude, you didn't ever have anything to support the things that you were saying. You were saying that a bunch of, you know, overweight, middle-aged white guys are getting upset because, sorry, something went on my screen, are getting upset because Han Solo gave the Millennium Falcon to Rey. Well, I'm sorry, I'm going to fact check you here. He did not give the Millennium Falcon to Rey. Rey stole it from Jakku. It was technically Rey's ship. Then, you know, they meet up with Han Solo. They get off his ship because they let the monster loose. And then, you know, Han Solo kind of has it back. They never have that, you know, this is mine and I'm officially the owner of it. Technically, the only reason it's Rey's is because she stole it. And Han never gave it to her. Han didn't even know he was going to die until, you know, he walked out there to see his son. So your whole argument already is invalid. And the whole point of your argument is invalid. You going out there and saying that it's only dudes that don't like the new movie. Hello, I'm here. Jesse's here. There's a lot of other women that didn't like your movie. And you are just trying to use that tiny group of middle-aged, overweight white men, and that's your excuse? Dude, how old are you? You might not be overweight, but you're a middle-aged white dude. You're hating on yourself. It doesn't even make sense. You can't just hate on one group of people and you're calling out white dudes, because if you said any other race, then obviously people would tear you apart, because then they would say you're racist. It doesn't matter what race a person is. This movie is not good. That's just the simple facts about it. It's not good. It wasn't written well. It wasn't directed well. And it wasn't true to the whole essence of Star Wars. It wasn't true to the characters. And it wasn't true to what the Force is. It just is baloney. That's why when I made my Twitter thing, and of course I didn't do it very well, but I'm not very eloquent at, you know, writing, because I have very severe dyslexia. I'm more better at speaking, but that didn't even make sense. More better at speaking. But, dude, just like I said, wouldn't you be surprised if you went into work and this is how all of us, you know, we're going in, we're going to go watch Star Wars. We know what Star Wars is. We know who the characters are. We understand the universe. And we go into the movie expecting that. Yes, you can throw plot holes. Yes, you can kill people. They do it in other movies all the time. But you have to stay true to what Star Wars is and how the universe works and who the characters are. You can't just throw that kind of stuff at us and expect us to believe it when it doesn't even make sense. That's why I said, dude, could you imagine when Star Wars Rebels is running, you going into work and you picking up your script for Kanan, and you know that scene with that whole thing where they go to the Sith temple and they're trying to, you know, save Ezra because Darth Maul got him and Vader's showing up, and you know there's Sith everywhere and they're trying to get out and Kanan loses his vision. Okay, so just imagine that right after that, you're going in, the next season's coming out, you get your script. Oh, guess what happens? Oh, Ezra completely disses Kanan and is gonna go learn the Force from Darth Maul. Okay, it is plausible in that sense, but wouldn't you be freaking shocked? Like, you have how many seasons of building up this character, then all of a sudden he's gonna be like, no bro, I'm gonna go this way now. I mean, he's a teenager, so plausibly that could make sense, but wouldn't you be kind of like, this doesn't even make sense? And then all of a sudden, Kanan has his eyesight back, and, you know, he's like, you know what, maybe I might go join Darth Maul too. Maybe he might teach me some stuff. It doesn't make sense because it has nothing, it's not right for the characters. It's not right for the story. So could you imagine going into work and having, like, wouldn't you be shocked? Wouldn't you be kind of like, guys, what's going on? And you say, oh, this is a business and they have a business plan, where obviously, dude, their business plan is failing. People aren't buying the merchandise. People like me who have grown up spending every cent they had on Star Wars figures and Star Wars merchandising, I don't spend my money on that anymore. I haven't bought a single Star Wars thing from the new movie because I hate it. I can't stand it. I don't want any of that in my home. I don't want to be surrounded by that because I'm not supporting that. As compared to when I was a kid growing up, the only time I got money was on Christmas and my birthday, and I hoarded that. And when I saw a Star Wars toy that I wanted, which was usually every single one, I bought them all. I spent all of my money on that because that is what I wanted. You have people that are fans like me that would go out and spend hundreds to not thousands of dollars every year on Star Wars, and we're not doing that anymore because you betrayed us. Disney, not Disney, because they're still doing a good job at their other movies. Look at Marvel. That was amazing. Hello, Thanos is awesome. He's a very scary villain. You have this person who, I mean, they did an amazing job of making that movie about Thanos, and you know, they still included and they stayed true to all the other characters, but that movie was about you seeing Thanos and seeing his humanity and seeing that even though he is a villain and he's murdering people, he has a purpose and he has a good goal. His goal is to save everyone and to cure the world of, or the universe of overpopulation, and make sure that children aren't going to bed hungry and cold, and that everyone has a home and everyone has, you know, the right to eat and the right to go to school. And he wants that for everyone. And he sees that, you know, from his own experience at his own planet, that they had this overpopulation crisis, and he didn't want what happened to him to happen to other people. So he is trying to protect the universe. That is a very, very good purpose in life. What he is doing and the way he's going about it is not right. There is never an excuse for harming or killing another person or animal. So just it just baffles me that you have something like that was done so well. I mean, look at all the records that Avengers is breaking. You have this great villain, then you have Star Wars and The Last Jedi, and you have the pathetic excuse of a villain who is Kylo Ren and Snoke. And you saying that because he has daddy issues and that Snoke is Hugh Hefner, that those are good villains, and that we're all sexist and bigots because we don't like that and that we don't think that those are good villains. Go watch Marvel. Like, you guys are owned by the same company, and look at how successful that is as compared to The Last Jedi. It's because of the writing. It was done extremely well. And you know, Thanos, he was created years and years ago as compared to the new Star Wars were, you know, just created like in the past 2 years. But Thanos, you know, even in the comics, like I've read them, Thanos was never my favorite villain, but the way he was portrayed in this movie was done so well, and they so eloquently put in, you know, how he's actually a good guy, but because he's looking at it from a different point of view, so, and he thinks that killing is okay, so it's a point of view that makes you a bad person. But he does have that good goal, whereas compared to Kylo and Snoke, what do they want? Kylo wants to cry. We don't really know what Snoke wants, and we are never going to find out because he's dead. Nobody really cares. They're just weak villains, and it just doesn't make sense to what Star Wars is, because Star Wars used to mean something. Saying that you know, love Star Wars, that used to mean something. Now when we say, hey, we love Star Wars, but we hate the new movies, we're sexist and bigots. No, we're not, because the movie sucked. It doesn't make sense. What you did with the characters doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. And you trying to go out there and defend it and insult us, that's not the way you win a debate. And I mean, yeah, this is now actually a current debate, and it sucks that this has to be a thing, but it is, and we're all kind of just dealing with it. But you do not go in, if you go into any debate, if you're going into a high school debate team, they're not going to say, hey, yes, insult them, that's the way to go. No, they say when you're trying to win a debate, you have to use facts. You have to go through it, and you have to know the people that you are opponents with, which obviously you do not, since you thought that this new movie was going to be a success. But you go in and you just start insulting us. You don't come up with any facts. You don't say, you just defend what you did, which is obviously wrong. Very, very plainly wrong. And you defend it and you insult us. You are an adult. So act like one. Plain and simple. Don't teach your children to insult other people. Don't try to defend something by insulting the people that actually love it. I mean, I don't even know if you were a Star Wars fan when you got the role. You probably just thought, hey, yeah, I got this new gig and I'm gonna make a lot of money. Congratulations, I'm glad you got paid for it and that you are an actor who's getting paid for your work, but dude, come on. Look at the way that Mark Hamill handles himself. Do you think he was happy with the way that he was treated and the way that his character went down? Of course he's not. He's been speaking, he's the most I don't know how to say this, but in the most discreet way he can to the people that are in charge of Star Wars, because they obviously think that they live in a bubble and think that they can do no wrong, but us fans see it. We can see how he's reaching out. We can see how even in his interviews he's in pain, and he's just like, yeah, this character that I was for so long is just kind of done, so now I just got to go with it. And how he's talked to George about it because he's in pain by what they did to him and what they did to Luke, but he's still being an adult about it, and he's handling himself well, and he's being respectful even to these people that hurt him and to hurt us and to that destroyed Star Wars. You need to take some life lessons from Luke Skywalker, because he's still teaching us all how to be a good person, and you are just teaching us what hate is and how to spread that, and it's not a good message, and it's not something you should want your children to learn. I mean, now when I watch Rebels, I mean, I liked Kanan, now I don't. And I try to disassociate actors and their personal lives with, you know, the roles that they play. But now every time I hear Kanan's voice, I just hear you saying, oh, fat white dudes. So, dude, you did this to yourself. I'm sorry if Disney was paying you to do that, but you still made the decision to say yes. You could have said no, but instead you did it. And now look, now you lost the respect of every Star Wars fan who, you know, we probably really didn't care that much about, you know, what you were doing in your life, but now we all just think you're a complete douchebag. So that's what you did, and you lost all of our respect. Okay, well, that's all I had to say about that topic. I just wanted to address it because Jeremy talked about it. Other people reached out to me and sent me emails about the articles that were written about that stupid Twitter remark that he said, and other YouTube channels have made videos about it, and they included my video in it. And even when it was in the Twitter battle, Jeremy brought up my video and said, hey dude, it's not just dudes that don't like Star Wars, there's lots of women out there that don't. And you know, a lot of the women out there have contacted me and told me like, hey girl, yeah, I completely understand where you're coming from. This stuff is just absolute BS that they're trying to feed to us. And I just think that it's absolute nonsense that they're trying to use one race, one age group, and one weight class to say that we don't like Star Wars, and using offensive language at us because of it and calling us names. So that just speaks a lot to your character, and I've said that earlier in the video, but I'm sorry everyone who has been insulted by Disney. That is 100% not fair. That's not them being adults. That's not them being a good example for us or for the newer generations that they are trying to inspire to watch this. Because if that's what they want, then they are going to get the bigots and sexists that support them, because that's the way that they are acting. I just don't want to be a part of that anymore. I'm not going to support, you know, Star Wars. When Han Solo comes out, I will watch it. I'm not going to pay money to watch it. I will find a very good pirated version and I will watch that. But as far as supporting them and giving them my money, I'm not going to do it. They've insulted me, they've insulted you guys, they've insulted everyone that loves Star Wars, and going out and bashing people on Twitter, really? Come on, you don't even know these people. These are people, if they follow you and see your tweets, they're obviously fans of yours and you're just insulting them. Why would you do that? Just why? I mean, I don't go out and see my best friends and be like, yo guys, you can suck. No, I don't do that. So why would you? Why would you go say that to people that have your action figure, to people that freaking pay your bills, because we're the ones that watch it and we're the ones that go out and buy it? So why would you do that? It blows me away. So I'm sorry guys that he's a jerk and that they keep doing stuff like this to us. None of you guys deserve it. No one deserves to be treated that way. So sorry. They're not going to apologize, so I'm going to apologize for them, because I can acknowledge the fact that it is wrong and that no person deserves to be treated that way. I hope you guys all have an awesome day, and I hope that the Force is with you, and that the Force is with us in this battle against this new evil empire, and those two Siths, they don't even actually deserve to be called Siths, but the wannabe Siths, can't even say Siths, right? But against them. So good luck, everyone, and may the Force be with you.